Hi YouTubers, it's Smokey S77, coming to you from the downstairs again. First video today, only video today. Today's video is a pipe tobacco review. It's a pipe tobacco that's amazing. It's a favorite of many of you smokers out there, pipe smokers out there. I actually did a review of this a little over a year ago, but I didn't do a very good job of it. I was outside. The camera was kind of shaky, and I didn't do a really good in-depth review of it. So I thought I'd do a re-review of it, and I deleted the video, the previous review. So anyway, this pipe tobacco, if you have not had this pipe tobacco before, then you are missing out. It's a pipe tobacco that's legendary as far as English blends go. And that pipe tobacco is Boswell's Northwoods. Ah yes, Boswell's Northwoods. Now, this pipe tobacco is good and good. So it's a pipe tobacco. It's a favorite of many of you pipe smokers. It contains three tobaccos, or rather, Virginia, Latakia, and Black Cavendish. So it's obviously it's an English blend. It's famous for being a very strong, full-bodied English blend. I'll get into that. Strength-wise, it has a little bit of strength to it. Most Latakia blends don't have a ton of strength to them, but this one has a little bit of strength. I classify it, TobaccoReviews.com classifies it as medium. I would classify it more on the mild to medium side. Now, if it's early in the morning, you haven't had a lot to eat, then it might be more like a medium. But it depends on how your body reacts to English blends. Some people are really sensitive to English blends and find them really strong nicotine-wise, while other people can really tolerate them, like me, and really don't find Latakia to have much strength to it. Because that's predominantly what you're tasting, is Latakia. I'd say that's the only tobacco that comes through in the smoke is Latakia. So, mild to medium strength. The taste of it. I would describe the taste of this tobacco as very spicy and earthy. If you ever had like an earthy cigar, like a Omar Teas, for example, which is not a terribly popular cigar, but it's a good cigar, very cheap also, very earthy like that. It also has a slight nuttiness to it, very slight nuttiness. That might be the Virginia coming through, but I don't detect any sweetness. And most people who smoke this don't detect any sweetness. Flavor. There's no flavor in this tobacco. It's not an English aromatic. It's a straight English. So there's no flavor. Room note. I was smoking it outside today, and I had my mom to smell it. She described it as very smoky. And I was talking to her about it for about 5 minutes or so, and she described it as almost like an open fire pit, like burning wood or burning leaves. Actually, like that's how a lot of people describe heavy Latakia blends. Burning wood, burning leaves, charcoal. That's another word she used to describe it. Kind of like a cross between charcoal and burning wood. So very strong. So room note, it's not everyone's cup of tea, bag of tea. It's going to be it might be offensive. I wouldn't say it smells as bad as a cigarette, but I would say it's going to smell like a strong cigar. So, room note, I say probably it's not horrible. There are worse tobaccos out there, like cigarettes, but I'd say probably tolerable to strong. So, you might not want to smoke it inside, especially if you don't want your room or your house to smell like smoky, charcoaly smell. The tongue bite of this tobacco. The interesting part about this tobacco is It's very good. It's very, very cool smoking, but only when it's very moist. When it first comes. It comes in bulk form in a bag from Boswell's. Tobaccos, pipes and tobacco. Once it gets kind of dry, it burns very, very hot. So be aware that I was smoking it last night, and my pipe was extremely, extremely hot to the point where I couldn't touch it anymore. Well, not that, but it was very warm. So be warned and keep it moist, or even re-moisten it with bread or moist towelette. So or moist towel. So the tongue bite of this tobacco, I'd say, as long as it's kept moist. Even if it's not kept moist, there's really no tongue bite to it, which is typical of English blends. It will not bite your tongue, but it can burn very hot, so it can irritate your mouth a little bit, but in general, no tongue bite. Now, if you puff on it really hard, then you might have tongue bite, but I would dare anyone to get this to bite, because it's just not a blend that will bite. So, would I recommend this to a pipe smoker or another pipe smoker? Yes. The one thing I will say about this pipe tobacco is it's very one note. You taste just the latakia, which is the earthiness, the pepperiness, the slight nuttiness. It's very, very one note. So people looking for a very complex blend, like a Virginia blend or aromatic, with many flavors like Contro's Choice, for example, that has tropical fruit, vanilla, rum, and maple, or people looking for just a complex blend may be disappointed because this is very one note. But for occasional tobacco or just a treat, I find it to be very good. So I think I gave Northwoods a 9.5 out of 10 last time I reviewed it. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did. Considering it's one note, it's really one note, it really doesn't change. The more you get down into the bottom of the bowl, it gets more nutty, I'd say, and less smoky, more nutty. I'm not sure what it is, but I'd say I'm going to give Northwoods probably a 9 out of 10, which is an A-. It's very one note. That's the only reason I can't give it a 9.5 out of 10. Another reason is because all tobacco reviews are very biased. It's all about taste, and you can't dispute taste. I used to be addicted to latakia. Now, I'm exploring the Virginia blends, the Virginia Oriental blends, Virginia Turkish blends. And I don't like latakia as a predominant flavor anymore. I still like latakia, but I don't like it as the predominant flavor. I like where there's a little bit of complexity to it, like Nightcap, for example, Daniel's Nightcap, or Early Morning Pipe, which is Virginia Oriental and latakia. I don't like latakia as one note. Again, it's all biased, but Northwoods, I say, gets a 9 out of 10 for a rating. It's a very good tobacco. That's about all. So, this has been Boswell's Northwoods. Peace out, bye, see you later, and bye.